Hello, this time I would like to share some thoughts about pastoral wisdom as doing practical theology with two objectives in mind. One is to clarify what is that we mean by practical theology and why it is so important to follow its what we should call epistemological structure in our class, and especially in your assignments, and most especially in the final project for the class. And the second page of the syllabus, you have the description of the Pastoral Care project. Students will become well acquainted with a particular aspect of pastoral care, etc., etc., and is due on May the 4th. But I strongly encourage you to start thinking about it right now and be alert to resources here and there, that the readings, comments, feedback from classmates of myself, my feed into your work on this. So I have two charts, diagrams that I think will be helpful. First of all, the 4 tasks of practical theology. Before I use the term epistemological, meaning related to knowledge, epistemic having to do with creating knowledge. That is actually what you are doing already as you reflect on those stories of care being received, having been received or offered, and certainly it will happen in the final project. So there are 4 main tasks that make practical theology a theological discipline in its own right, and actually one that is very much grounded in reality, empirical reality. It is hermeneutical, it is evaluative, and it's action-oriented. The 4 tasks are descriptive, empirical, observation. What is going on? You have started doing that again with your reflective stories. And then why, the analysis, and with interdisciplinary lenses, we can say, biblical, theological, psychological, and others. And then normative, what is good about a certain practice and what is bad. I like the fact that some of you pointed to mistakes or to what is missing in some of those experiences. So there is an evaluative dimension to the practical theological task, and finally what we call the pragmatic, in other words, what works, and strategic. Where do we go from here? So observation, analysis, evaluation, and application is basically an inductive hermeneutical process. So again, let me know if you have questions as you choose your topic and start working on it. Here, this other side of the chalkboard, there is a drawing of a tree. I hope you can recognize this as a tree, the tree of theology, because what I invited you to do is basically an exercise in pastoral theology as mid-level theology. In other words, one that can be located between grassroots or popular theologizing, what can be called the reflective wisdom of the believers in every daylight situations, giving reasons for the hope that is in us, to paraphrase from the New Testament reference, and academic or professional theology. It is one tree with these different parts. The academic professional is the kind of theologizing that we find, for a shortcut, in textbooks, in our disciplines, right? So mid-level theology, also called pastoral theology, is a way of reflecting that we will find also in institutions or programs such as, say, Mennonite Central Committee reflecting on peace or the service in a given region of the world, or peace and justice reflections on the part of the Mennonite World Conference and so forth. So that's a mid-level, and there is a variety of ways in which, and languages in which that happens. So I hope this gives you a better idea of what I'm inviting you to do, but most importantly, what you can continue to do as reflective practitioners, whether you are going to be involved in pastoral ministry or in other forms of ministry. So I look forward to hearing more and to reading your work in process. This is all for now, and thank you for your consideration.